Hey, portal. Hi everybody, we are going to get started in just a minute, so get comfortable, get on the mat, and let's get ready for some Yoga Express. So as I said, my name is Jen, and we're going to go through just a nice, relaxing, warm yourself up, cool yourself down, de-stress, half hour together. I have like 10 layers on. See if you get a little heat, nothing crazy. So find your spot, get comfortable, and breathe. We're going to spend 2 minutes here with our breath. Sometimes that's hard to do, just to be in our breath. Instead of like fixing things that may be in the camera lens. I can never see anything when I'm looking face to face, but then I look at the footage later and I see things in the periphery that I didn't even think were even visible at all. So I have some tightness in my upper back today, in my mid back today, so that's what I'm gonna focus on. And so I'm assuming most people probably have stiffness and soreness in that area. It's a very popular area to have. So I figured there'd be a lot of people who could benefit from joining me in these nice stretches. So we are gonna start out in a tabletop and go through some cat-cows, nice and easy. Because anytime that you have anything stiff and sore, a cat-cow can help. Let's be honest. So nice and easy, curl it up, and then reverse it. Already just that movement feels better. Next one, I'm going to hold it up, drop that head, really drop it. And then reverse into that cow, looking forward, really putting a nice arch in that back. Nice little scoop in that back. I'm just going to turn my head and face one way. And the other way. Come back to the middle and sit back. I'm just going to sit back on my heels. Put my hand on my head and bring that ear to the shoulder in that area. And then switch out. Same thing. Let's do that again one more time. And then switch sides. And let's intensify this. Bring that arm behind. And bring that head down. So you feel a nice stretch all down the side. And switch. And release. Beautiful. Roll those shoulders back and down. And switch. Bring that arm up and over. And switch. Up and over. Release. All right, we're coming back to our tabletop. We're just gonna wiggle a little side to side. And I'm just gonna drop that hip to one side and just let it hold, hang there. So my hip's here, so normally I'd be here. I'm just dropping it to one side. Come back to the center and let's drop to the other side. Come back to the center. Take a leg, stretch it back, cross it over, push back. Release. Other side. Cross it over, push back. Release back on those heels. All right, bring those arms all the way up. Palms up. Shoulders back and down as much as you can. And then release. Now come on, push up onto those knees so we have a little bit more room to work. Let's come on up and back down. 2 more like that. Up, back down, and up, and back down. Now come forward, up, and back down. So we're going forward, up, and back down. Now I want you to come down on the ground all the way. Down, up, and down like a giant wave. And when you come down next, bring those arms down. Bring that chest to the thighs. And bring those arms in front. Lower the head. Bring those hands out a little bit to about 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Now we're just slowly going to go down the numbers until we get to 3 and 9. No rush. And when you get to 3 and 9, stay here. And come down a little bit more. And pause. And a little bit more. And pause. And then come to 6 o'clock. Palms face up. You're in this big ball. And relax, open those shoulder blades up. and come on up. We're going to do that same thing, except in a wide knee position. So instead of the knees being together, the knees can be wide. They can be as wide as you want them to be. We do that same thing. We're going to go here, all the way to here, all the way to here. Your range of motion is going to be a little different because your legs are farther apart. So take that and go with it. All right, so we're at 12 o'clock here. Hanging out here, dropping that head. And then we're going to slowly work to 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, taking your time. And when you get to 3 and 9, hold it here. And put that forehead on the mat if you can reach it, or on a block or a pillow or whatever you got, whatever's available. And then slowly work it down. And then when you come down, I just like to tuck my hands by my heels and then open up those shoulders. Should feel a stretch in my upper back, mid back, and my hips and groin area. I'm going to slowly release those hands and then coming on up nice and slow. I don't want to get dizzy. Take 2 breaths here. All right, let's roll ourselves nice and slow onto and come up to a cobra. This should feel good on your abs. Bringing the shoulders back and down. Let's bend one knee and reach back and hold on. I'm getting a nice little quad stretch here, nothing crazy. And release. Other leg. Not holding my breath here. And release. And if I want to do them both at the same time, I can, or I can do them single. Again, if you're doing them together, grab those feet. You can either leave your forehead on the ground, or you can lift up. Do not hold your breath. And release it down. Take a second. We're going to do that 2 more times. Either single leg or double leg. And when I lay here and relax, I want the shoulders to drop all the way. All right, round 2. I'm going to do them together, but feel free to do them single. And let's hold but breathe. And release. I'm going to turn and face the other way with my head, just so I'm equal. If I was looking down, I would just keep looking down. And the last time through, grab the feet or feet. Feet or foot, lift it on up. And release. Let's come back to Cobra again. Take 2 breaths. And then roll onto your side and bend those knees. All right, I'm on the forearm and I can double up on my mat because why not? We're just going to come to a side plank with our bent knee. If you want to come to a full plank, that's perfectly fine, by all means. but I'm going to start out here with kind of a half plank, just so we can make sure that everyone can participate. All right, so I'm coming up to my half plank, and I'm opening up that arm up, and first of all, it's going to straight up, shoulder on top of shoulder. And if I feel good with my balance, if I want to open up a little bit more, I can. Let's go right back up to straight again. And lower it down. Same thing, other side. Stack those knees or those feet and lift it up. Arms straight up. And then if I can, open it up a little bit more. Come back to center. Lower it down. Okay. Come here, we have a reverse tabletop. What I'm going to have you do here, I'll demo it first, is you're going to come up to reverse table. I'm going to take an arm, loop it around, and then loop it around, and I'm going to do the opposite. Loop it forward, and loop it forward, okay? I'm just going to take my extra layer off, just so I have a little bit more mobility. But that's kind of what we're aiming for. So we're doing it nice and slow and controlled. If you find going one way versus going another way is more difficult for you or less, and you want to restrict just to one way, totally fine, no worries. But first we're coming on up and lifting those hips. Placing our hand in the position that works best, so palms can be facing obviously down. The fingers are facing whatever way they feel like it. Try to bring that hips up as much as you can, depending on how much room you have. And I'm going to lift it up and do a circle and tap. Up, do a circle and tap. And then I'm going to reverse direction. I'm going to do two more. One way. One way. Switch way. Switch way. Drop those hips. Come on up. Give those legs a little hold. When you do a little rock back and forth. We're going to do that again. We're going to do the here on the ground. So we're going to take out that additional resistance or stabilization. So we're just going to lean back a little bit and do motion with the arms. So I'm just, instead of being here, I'm here, and I decide how far back I want to go as long as I have a straight back. Okay? A little bit of core action. Lean back, open, open, close, close. So I'm not touching my legs or the ground unless I need to or want to. So I'm getting some mobilization from the shoulders here. And I'm getting activation of the core here. Let's do one more. And switch. Beautiful. Hug those knees. Drop that head. And release. Let's roll it on back onto our mat. Let's come onto all fours and then just take a leg, put it in front, whichever leg you want. Knee facing forward, hips. I don't want them any sort of weird twist. They're all, this hip bone and this hip bone are both facing forward. And I'm here, I'm going to bring my arms up here. And I'm going to lean it forward and lean it back. So I'm leaning it forward and then coming back to a straight leg. Leaning forward, back to straight. Two more. Lean it forward to straight. Forward Just straight. Hold it here. Bring those shoulders down. Come through prayer. And twist. Come back through center. Release. And let's switch it out. Other side. Let's make sure those hips are facing forward. Arms up. And let's lean forward and straight. Let's do one more. Lean in. Just straight. Bring those hands through and twist. Release and come back to all fours. 2 breaths. Take one leg, kick it back, straighten out that leg, get a nice calf stretch. And then lift that leg, bend that knee, bring it in towards the nose. Big little ball here. And then kick it back. 4 more like that. Come on in. Tuck in. And back. Tuck in. And back. 2 more. Tuck in. And back. Tuck in. And back. Drop that leg. Other side. Calf stretch. Lift it up. Bring that knee in like a ball. Kick it back. Number 2. Kick it back. 3. Kick it back. 2 more. 4. Kick it back. And 5. Kick it back. All right, bring those knees in. Bring those feet together. And now bring those legs out to the side. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of hip action here. So you can just stay up nice and tall. If you feel like you can bring that shoulder down. Or maybe you come down here and you can keep your shoulder down a little more. Up to you, whatever you want to do. All we're going to do is do some little clams in this position here. So this is a different position that we normally do clams. So we're just going to change it up, see how you're feeling. If you absolutely hate it, just drop down to the ground. But here, we're just going to open and close. So first, we have this foot on the ground. This bottom leg is nice and stable. Do one more, like this. And drop. Now, can we raise this top leg? If we can't, no worries, don't worry about it. But if you can, lift that leg up. Open and close. 2, 3, 4. We got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Now the shoulders stay down the whole time. If you find that shoulders peeking up, then you have to change your position. Come down here maybe. Or lay all the way on the ground. So the same thing on the other side. So this top foot is going to stay on the ground and be our pivot point. Are you ready? Shoulder down. So the arm's just kind of hanging out, wherever it can be. And release, and can you lift that leg up? And open and close. Two more. And release. Beautiful. Bring those legs in front of you, laying down on the ground. Drop those knees. Come through center, other side. Back through center, straighten everything out. Shavasana. Spend 2 minutes here. Wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes. Bring one knee in and bring the other knee in and rock a little side to side. Bring that head up, come into a little ball once again. And release. Roll onto your side. And use that top arm to push yourself up. Bring those legs out in front of you. Toes up. We're going to take 5 breaths here to end class with those legs as straight as they can be and back as straight as it can be. Hands just wherever they feel comfortable. And we're just going to point those toes up towards the sky. We're going to take 5 breaths. And out. In and out. In and out. 2 more. In and out. In and out. Bend one knee. Bend the other knee. Scoot your hips down. Push yourself up. And slowly come to standing. Thank you so much for joining me for Rise and, not Rise and Shine. This is Yoga Express. If if you want to join me for Rise and Shine, that is Thursday mornings at 7 o'clock. But that is becomes live on YouTube. That's not a Facebook Live, that is a YouTube. So it is pre-recorded. I pre-record it new, fresh every week, but I have it that way. So that way, if you want to join at 7, if you want to join at 7:15, if you want to join at 7:15 at night, you can. It's all ready for you. I think it comes live at midnight that night, so you're good to go whatever time you get up on Thursday mornings and want to do some Rise and Shine. But it is recorded, but it is brand new every single week for you. So have a great day, and I'll see you later.